everybody, or hey y'all. Welcome to Farmhouse Fabrics and Crystin and Sally, and a whole pile of things to talk about today.
We do have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Do y'all sew with your shoes on or without shoes on? We want to know.
No shoes for me, no shoes.
Do you actually take them off, or can you? It's just you are mostly barefoot, so when you sit down, you're just pretty much barefoot.
I take them off when I walk into the shop, and I take them off when I walk into my house.
So you're always barefoot.
Always barefoot. And
do you wear house slippers?
Only if my feet are freezing cold and I don't have my socks. But every year about this time when the stores come out with their wool hunting socks, oh, they're really attractive on me.
Yeah.
I go in the men's department and I buy those wool hunting socks, and that's what I pad around in all winter, and I wear out the bottoms of them.
Would you like an heirloom garment sewn in wool hunting socks?
But today, my brother in Michigan, my brother Jim Tuthill, if you happen to live near South Lyon, Michigan, you'll know him. He sent me a picture of my grandfather. So
lion, like an animal?
Lyon, Lyon, yeah. He sent me a picture of my grandfather, and I couldn't believe he was in bare feet, and it had to be, oh my goodness, 1930 or something like that. And so, yeah, it was pretty funny.
We having some troubles?
Are we having troubles?
Instagram's live, yeah.
Yeah, it's not showing up. Uh-oh.
Cool.
Okay.
So, we have some Fabric Finders florals, new arrivals. Sally is barefoot, in case you're wondering. We're wondering if you sew barefoot, if you're just checking in. Sally's got a demonstration on how to use our velvet needle board, because it is super handy for appliques, beaded things, things that are hand embroidered, especially velvets and velveteens, because it allows you to iron without crushing the pile.
That's right.
We have a gorgeous chenille. We're talking about.
I love this fabric, and
from your walls to your pillows to your most fabulous coat.
And Crystin had, I always think clothes with this, but she's like a Christmas tree skirt, and
tree skirt would be so pretty,
gorgeous.
Well, let's just talk about it and get it off our table.
All right.
So it has raised flowers. So would this be embossed?
Well,
is it just embroidered?
They call it chenille, because can't you see it's got little,
it's
maybe
like
we can
shaggy.
go to our little overhead here and get a close-up. But yeah, it is like a chenille, and the design is fuzzy.
So these are it's all a raised textured design. And
it's got a nice drape to it.
It really does. It's very soft and smooth, really.
And this is a designer fabric, and it came from my favorite vendor up in New York. And when I go there, I can find things that are real unusual, that I really love. And
it's definitely heavyweight.
Yeah.
It's a coat weight. Really outside of a jacket, I can't see it as garment wear.
It could be an A-line jumper.
An A-line jumper. A jumper would be because it's not even pant weight. It's a little heavier than that.
But it has such a drape to it. It's wonderful. So pillows. But Christmas things, even a Christmas stocking, wouldn't that be kind of cool?
It would be really pretty.
And you could put some kind of...
a white velveteen at the top would be really pretty with
I love that idea.
So, really nice.
Yep. So we'll be linking that so you can see it.
We do have a shopping category right now that is 30% off the items that are in there. With the code FF30, you can receive an additional 30% off of what is loaded into your cart from that specific category. So today we have included some of our ready-made garments.
They're pretty.
They're really, really pretty. They have various sizes, and not all sizes are available in every style. This is a little short sleeve smocked dress that has a cute little pink knit ruffle, but the smocking is on knit as well, and the print is a little bow print. It's very, very sweet.
Is that Magnolia Baby? This is Magnolia Baby.
Yeah.
And look at this.
The fabric is a very, very nice quality.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it even has a little lining for this skirt. So.
Can you answer a question about the green?
Yeah.
I just want to know if it's heavy enough to cover a chair.
It would absolutely cover a chair.
I think so.
Yeah. I'm only hesitating to think about how durable it would be.
Because a garment fabric sometimes not as durable
as upholstery.
Yeah. If you're not, I
A
mean,
sitting chair, maybe
you
not
know
your
what?
couch.
yeah,
would not be good.
I'll tell you what, it would be nice to cover seats on your dining room chairs.
Yeah, that would be
Because
nice.
they're nice and firm and tight going around the edges. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. So we've dropped some of these into that category, so you can get 30% off its original price. We have this Bowen, this red floral. This one's called Pretty Kitty because it has a little embroidered cat right there on the bodice of the dress. It's a tiered, isn't it tiered? It's a beautiful skirt. I can't decide right now if it's tiered or not. And this is a similar design but without the smocking, so for an older girl.
It looks tiered.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, three-tiered ruffled skirt.
It's cute.
And a white panty included.
So y'all
How
check
about
out that category. It's called our Not Going Out of Business sale. We have some other awesome deals going on right now. We put it in our newsletter this morning. If you're not signed up for our newsletter, you can sign up on the homepage of our website at farmhousefabrics.com. Sally has named these, and this sounds good to everybody because we're all living the same life right now. What is the name of these? Inflation Busters.
Yeah, Inflation Busters. And we put the Swiss pre-tucked fabric on, and oh my
Y'all
goodness.
scooped it up.
Yeah, you scooped it up. It was great. So I happen to have, this is Swiss cotton organdy, and the regular price, oh actually it says right here, made in Switzerland in gold right here. The regular price on it, I think it's on your end.
It's like $60.
No, that one's because this one's 44 inches.
Oh, this one's $48.40.
Yep, and we have it, and this is brand new, fresh in the shop, and we have it for what, 32? 32 for Swiss organdy. It's a great buy, and it's white, and you know everybody can use white. Make a great sash. I saw somebody made I wasn't Martha Ulmer, maybe a beautiful red smock dress with smocking in white, and then put a white organdy sash in the back. Perfect for something like that. Perfect. So this is your inflation buster because it's brand new. We got it at a great buy, and so we're passing it along. And we do have our regular price, which is exactly the same fabric. But while this roll lasts, we're going to sell this roll at $32.
So we have two colorways available. We have this white, and we also have a champagne colorway.
This one is like 54 or 58
It's a little bit
inches
wider
wide.
than the other one, so the price is different, but it's still a fabulous price for organdy.
This one's $35. The regular price on this is $50 because of the width. Yeah, 100% cotton. You can make your own. I mean, we use it for garments, but we also use it for pressing cloths. They're wonderful for pressing cloths.
It's really sweet, even if it's just added details like ruffles or like a little pleated trim.
That's right. I've done that before. And then just even a little Peter Pan collar would be wonderful. Or a Madeira hem.
Madeira hem would be
really pretty.
very stunning.
So we have a little bit of this and
one roll of the white organdy.
One roll of the white organdy. Yeah.
So something that we like to do around here are we like to create doll kits. So like our sewing kits, we think that you have everything you need to create some darling little doll dress. It's styled with an 18-inch doll in mind, and this one I might call Sally's Tears because when I was making it, she was like, "What are you using?"
New. Yeah, I did say, "What are you using?"
I said something beautiful.
Yes. And so then she laid it right in front of me, so I had to look at it. So this is Liberty quilting cotton, but I mean, really, she had to cut that up. It's like, oh, but isn't that
the only
pretty?
reason she noticed is because it was so pretty, and it stopped her as she was walking past where I was making it.
That really is true.
I know it's true.
That's really true.
So Emma has been coming up with. She and Michelle have been collaborating on names. So I think this is somewhere in the petticoats and tea time. It's cute.
I told her she needs to ask her daughter Charlie for names because Charlie is a reader and she has a book in front of her all the time, and so I'm sure she could have some really interesting names.
Yeah,
especially with those murder mysteries.
She's pretty creative, really.
She's very creative.
So this print in particular is a cherries print. We just got it back in stock from one of our suppliers. It is our favorite child size cherry print. We've had it made up in picot edge trim. We have, what else do we have? A ruffle maybe? We have several different styles. It's a great size for sewing for children, but also for sewing with dolls. So we've styled it with all this red goodness.
This is cute.
It is cute.
Yeah, I love it.
So whether
So what's
you're,
that called?
this is really boring.
Oh.
Sherry Cherry
I
is what I
didn't name
named
that
it.
one.
Oh.
I wouldn't say it was
Was
boring.
that
if she
you,
had named
Michelle?
it.
Who named that one?
All right.
One
Two
time my
more.
son named one and it was so crazy. That was your husband. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, then it was pretty wild.
Here's a Liberty of London Sally did not know I used until right now. So this one is also really
plus
super
this
cute.
ribbon I love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Because it goes with these beautiful Liberty prints.
Yeah, it does, actually.
So we've been talking about it, but Liberty of London is typically the, what we typically carry is the 100% tonneau lawn. And they have a beautiful new line that they've started reproducing or producing. It's a quilting cotton weight, and it's 45 inches. And we have been adding on to what we're carrying because the prints are so pretty. Like,
there are a lot more coming.
yeah, we've got a lot
They're
more on
really
the way.
pretty.
Yeah. So,
So is that one too?
this is actually it is.
Yes, that's
Yes.
one also.
That's funny. I forgot about that one.
But it is pretty.
Yeah.
I have to confess.
I know. They're fun to make too.
True confessions. Yeah, this is pretty.
So, yeah, if you're sewing for a doll, or if you have a little girl to sew for, these are fun because they're pre-coordinated and it's just a splash of all these different colors.
Well, it's fun to put all the little doodads and things. You might not use them all on the same thing. We're all about doodads and embellishments. You can see I embellished my
I
sweater
know.
today.
I didn't even notice you put that on.
See that?
Uh-huh.
Because our giveaway is all about embellishments, so I thought I should embellish myself.
I like it. All right, Fabric Finders has Pima cotton fabrics that we love to carry, and they have this new print, and we've gotten it in every colorway, and it is really super cute.
And Crystin said, actually, this could be, you could go Christmas with this, even though that's more of a coral or something. But I could see that as a
I like
Christmas
this.
dress. I think it's pretty. It doesn't
Yep.
have to always be the same red and green. And we're waiting on a remake by them of the red microcheck gingham, and with the little tiny printed Christmas trees. And so that's going to be coming very, very soon. Oh, we just got
Along
in
those same lines,
We
yeah.
just got that in.
So this is a blue microcheck with a printed Santa head, and this was a great seller for us last year,
Yeah.
and Fabric Finders actually printed it again, so this just came back in stock. So online now.
This was made by Regina Karish, and this is a Joy Welch
In the hoop color.
Yeah, in the hoop color applique for kids.
Yep.
Joy Welch.
Martha Ulmer has a comment. She
Yes.
says, yes, Sally, I used organdy for sashes and it's perfect for staying crisp.
I
Yes.
thought that was Martha Ulmer's dress. It was really a beautiful red dress. She does a great smocking. Your girls have worn some of her
yeah.
smocking, and it was real pretty with that big white sash. That
It's one of
organdy
those
sash.
dresses that stay in your mind for the season.
I can picture.
Yeah,
it.
that's
Yes.
pretty.
Aw.
All right, so another new arrival. Did you tell them about the little birds?
No. These are so little. But this, if you sew for dolls, but honestly, even a little girl, this is precious.
I think this would smock so pretty because it has that little color that you can add in.
But the blue and white is beautiful, and then it's just that tiny little touch, a tiny little red bird. I mean,
Tiny.
really tiny. Let's see
Like pinhead
if they
tiny.
can they see the red. I don't know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. Like, yeah, they're sweet. They're sweet, and I love the blue and white. It's really pretty. So this is number 2522. I think that came in yesterday.
I like it.
So happy to see that. I'm going to show you, only because I cut a bunch of these wool assortments, and I have them right here behind me, and I think they kind of look pretty together.
They're pretty.
So we carry assortments of wool pieces that are about 6 by 8, and I mean, I like to use a piece of wool to put my needles in because it keeps them lubricated. And some people make a little needle book, and you can do that, but you can use it for applique. We say it's 8 pieces, 9 pieces, I can't remember, but 8 pieces. And so I put these together. There could be 9 or 10 in them because sometimes I think, oh, let's throw that color in. That's cute. So anyway, they're pieces of wool that we carry, and just made up, ready for you to do crafts.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we got in a new, wow, it's gone from me. What is this? A rotary cutter. There we go. So this is new to Farmhouse, and it's really neat because it has like a left-handed version or a right-handed version, so you can select which hand you're going to be using for cutting. What happened to you?
Well, it fell, I dropped it on my foot.
It's substantial.
It's heavy.
Pretty heavy.
Thankfully, the blade was in, which they tell you always keep the blade in the center section where it won't cut you because it's very sharp. But I think they're titanium blades. It's new. It's new on the market. It comes with a case, but it is heavy. I mean, it's way heavier than any of the other rotary cutters that we have. And it's made, you can use it with the Creative Grids cutting board. Yeah, cutting board. The ones with the grooves in them, I think. But I love this. And the weight of it is...
It's actually nice. Like, I like that it's heavier.
Yeah. So brand new to us within the last week or so.
It makes it feel like the blade glides kind of by itself because it has that additional weight versus trying to put all the pressure on the blade yourself. So new to Farmhouse.
New to Farmhouse. I'm going to show you something crazy in the latest issue of Classic Sewing Magazine, holiday issue. Look at these gnomes over here. They're on page 124. They're so cute. And we can put it down here and go to the overhead. But I especially paid attention to it because we happen to have a wall of beautiful, beautiful faux fur that we have to start putting on because it is that time of the year. We talked about it in the heat of the summer, and we haven't done it. But look at this. Look at this amazing stuff. I mean, you want to be warm? That you could get warm with this, right?
Teddy bear or a gnome beard.
A gnome beard. You could make gnome beards for everybody in your
it would be a
family.
A beautiful jacket.
If you have a big family. Yeah, how cool is that? See, here we go. Here's a gnome beard. How's it look? Cute.
Looks real.
And it could be that shawl. You know, we have that free download for that capelet. Perfect for that.
It is perfect for that.
So
Regina actually used it for a throw rug. She got a piece and used one. It's really pretty.
That's right. Well, when we got this in, all of my granddaughters were down here climbing in it like a mountain.
They were really, the paw was
they
like
were
this high.
hiding in it.
It was crazy.
So this stuff you're going to need, if you sew with this, you're definitely going to need a really heavy needle like an 18 or something because this is thick. But I do know that when you sew with, when you sew your seams together with fake fur to trim the seam allowance, trim the fur off the seam allowance, so then you're just sewing through the backing and not through all of this, and that way the fur will cover up your seam.
Well, and people are talking about taping it to cut it also helped with the hairs flying everywhere. So tape your line before you cut it.
I forgot about
and
that.
It keeps
That's
it
a
cleaner.
good idea. Yeah. But a stuffed animal like a bear or a bunny or something like that would be really adorable out of this. So be watching because we're going to be putting this on.
That's cute. So we have a demonstration. Oh, let's show the bag first. Can we show Regina's bag?
Yes. There you go.
So Regina brought in these adorable bags. So she embroidered on a little ready-made canvas bag. And to make this skirt, it's a fabric flower like this that's folded in half.
Oh, yeah.
And sewn down and embroidered on. So it creates, this whole skirt is just a fabric flower, which is so cool to me. Regina, you got to tell us what pattern this is if you're watching, because I know it's something about like Hoop Fun or Hoop Club.
Didn't you wrote that down? The Hoop Fun Club.
The Hoop Fun Club.
Hoop Fun Club. Beyond the frame or something like that.
It's so, look at that. It makes it just alive.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's cute. So she came with 3 of them today. One each for Kristen's 2 youngest, and one for my little granddaughter who's here from Australia. So
thank you, Regina.
Yeah,
really.
It's exciting when she comes in with show and tell. Very fun.
Okay, so for our show and tell, we have our velvet board. And this was a product that we got in maybe this year. Maybe it's new to us this year. We've searched for a high quality velvet board with real needles as the base. And so we found one. And what it does especially well is ironing with velvets.
Yes, because the needles will hold. If you put your velvet on the velvet board with this is called the pile, where you feel it, the fuzzy part, the part that you can rub with your hands up and down. If you put the pile face down on your velvet board and you iron from the back, you don't need, this is a silk and rayon fabric, so I set my iron at the silk and rayon.
It's even more delicate than a cotton velvet.
Yeah,
it shows the iron marks more easily.
Yeah, because and then pure rayon velvet does the same thing. It really shows if you put your iron
shinier.
on. If you iron from the back, you have no marks of your iron on your the pile of your velvet. But I did a little practice piece here, and let's see if we can get it where it shows. Does it show? Does that?
There it is.
Can you see
there
it?
There it is. Yeah, y'all see the top of the iron?
I ironed from the front the first time, and then with my iron and without the velvet board, and then I ironed from the back without the velvet board, and then on this seam also, and you can see that it crushed the pile. It crushed it. And so I wanted to show you how valuable this velvet board is. And so then I went and I ironed this side from the back with the velvet board, and then there were no marks on this side. Now, one other thing that we were talking about the last time that we talked about sewing with velvet and fabrics with pile, is that people will take a piece of, let's say, just copy paper, and because you don't want your seam to show through on the right side of your fabric. So if you take a strip of copy paper and you put it underneath the seam on each side, like this, and then you press your seam, and then you would want it on the velvet board, but you press your seam open, then no lines are going to show on the right side of your garment. No lines will show. And so then you can just slide your paper down and then keep on pressing. And so anyway, this is a great little tool to have. They're real needles. They're all metal needles, and it's wonderful. Now you can, if you don't have something like this, you can use a really plush towel and put that on your ironing board, and that is a good substitute too. And so you just put that plush down there and that's a good way to protect things like embroidery designs too.
Yeah, another recommendation is for like embroideries.
Right.
So you would turn this down to iron on the back of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And put this on top of the needle board.
That way it's not getting smushed.
Right.
And Lonnie said, would that board work for corduroy?
It would. It would.
It's not as necessary with corduroy. I mean, you
Yeah.
will have the shine like with the corduroy ironing directly on the top, but the velvet's pile crushes more easily.
Yeah, it does.
Versus the corduroy is kind of almost like a raised feature. This is all hairy sticking up off the base.
I remember having velvet garments when I was growing up, and always, when you sat down, you had a big old seat mark on your big old seat.
You ever get up from a chair and you're like, goodness gracious,
that's
let's mess that up.
That pile going better again. And so if you iron on it, it does the same thing, and it smushes it, crushes it down, and really you can't get it to look just right again. And so anyway,
then you
that's
just
a
take
good
your
way to
iron
protect.
and you stamp it for the rest of the
That's
dress.
right. This is a new look.
Yeah.
Now, how many of you really enjoy sewing on velvet and velveteens? The finished product is really wonderful, but it is kind of a pain to sew on. Isn't that terrible to say that?
That's real.
I mean, we sell it all the time, and I make it too, but I'm like, oh, because it wants to shift. Because the pile on one side hits the pile on the other, and they do this. And so sometimes if you're in a certain area, you may want to hand baste. Believe it or not, I actually do that sometimes. And that way, Because who knows? This was probably all one piece, and I sewed it together without pins, and so this one ended up longer than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine I just ripped it and sewed it together. So anyway, if you want it, if you hand baste, it'll help keep the puckers out, and
It makes
then
a
go
prettier
back
seam.
it does make a prettier seam. That's
Jeanette agrees. She says it's a pain, but I love the fabric.
Me too.
The result is
right. The
stunning.
result is nice. That's right.
So we've been offering a weekly giveaway. I didn't bring it down. I think we showed it last time.
We did. That's so pretty.
We've been offering a weekly giveaway here at Farmhouse, and this week we were wondering, what was our question?
What kind of embellishments do you like to sew with?
So, what we got some fun results, right?
We do. Well, we really get a kick out of Fred and Denise Ferris here from North Carolina. And so I like it when they send us pictures. So let's see. Oh, let's see if we can get a picture. Here's Fred Ferris and here he is with his fascinator and his nice, beautiful cigar.
Stogie.
Yeah, stogie. And then here's a picture where Denise was, their daughter was getting married, and she decided to decorate a bear at wherever they were getting married, and so she made him try the outfit on, and so he did the fitting. So can you see that picture? That's pretty funny. Anyway, we do get a kick out of your comments, and then this one is from Eileen Marie, and I'll show you what she's done. She said, "I've hoarded what I can with trims," and so she's got lots of trims, and I recognize a lot of these. Here she was asking, do we still have whip stitch piping, which we used to carry and we don't have anymore. And she's got all her trims wrapped on boards, and I got a kick out of seeing.
That looks like the shelves here at Farmhouse.
It does. So anyway, so we have a pile of trims and the latest Threads magazine, which if you get it, we have a coupon code in there for 15% off an order, and
so we
in our ad
teamed up with Kimberly Hudspeth of So Great to Know, and she is teaching beginner sewing classes at So Great to Know. You need to look up So Great to Know with Kimberly Hudspeth. A time for sewing, or it's something.
We'll give you a link.
Yeah, right.
She's a beautiful, beautiful lady.
She made a gorgeous garment for herself, and then she also dressed her little girl in an outfit that Sally made. So it's those cranberry red colors for Christmas, which was really beautiful.
And they actually took this in the snow in Colorado back in the spring. So that's kind of fun, because that's not, cotton puffs.
Yeah, this is not a fake backdrop. This is the real deal.
That's the real thing. I hope that you get Threads magazine, because they really talk about they talk about all types of sewing, a lot of sewing for adults, but they give you tips on seams and buttonholes and
like
interfacing
sewing with velveteen.
Oh yeah, there we go. Sewing with velveteen is perfect. And
so if you want to look this pretty, sew yourself a purple jacket.
That's right. That's right.
And Mary Lynn says, my grandmother used to always tell us to sit still when wearing velvet because you'll get a shiny seat.
That is right.
That's funny.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So we're going to have a drawing for our little pile of trims and a Threads magazine. And
are we putting those names back in?
Oh no, they're already in.
Okay.
These are just
the
pictures.
pictures. Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Why don't you draw for us?
Okay. Let's see. Here we go. I was thinking this was the newest. Michelle actually put together a new kit, and that has aqua pique.
It's beautiful.
And we should have brought that down with us. It's so pretty. So, all right. Let's see who we get today. We have Sue Lavelle. Smocking is my favorite, as well as embroidery. Got to have handwork to do, or I'm not happy. So Sue Lavelle, I'm going to send you this Threads magazine and all these trims. And one thing I want to say about trims, we got in a shipment, and I meant to bring one of the packets down here. We call it Ooh La La, Ooh La La lace assortment. And it's 20 yards of assorted laces. And actually it's probably more like 25 or 30, because I've done them all myself, and I tend to think, hey, that bag's not full enough. Let's put some more in. But they are synthetic laces, some that have ribbons. They're great if you're sewing for dolls, or even crafts, but they're pretty. And some are about this wide with that are pre-pleated, and you know, I mean, they really. Regina came today and she bought a bunch of them, and she is picturing doll clothes and even some of the narrow ones on her ornaments that she's making. So that's called the Ooh La La lace assortment, and it says 20 yards for $17.50. Some are this wide. Nothing in there is less than 1 yard, and if it's less than a yard, it's not counted in the measurements. So
crafting dolls,
Yeah.
Christmas ornaments,
Yeah.
cards.
yeah,
But there are some pretty ones in there as well that you could.
they really are pretty. But you know, sometimes when I buy, I tend to get a lot of something, and I thought, okay, I want to give a shout out to our girl Hope Mullins, because Hope is busy. When she's here, she puts on these laces and things that I buy a truckload of. And so I thought, you know what, Hope, you're going to be gone for a little while. She's had surgery and she's in the hospital right now, but doing well. And we love her, and I hope she's watching so we can say hello. And anyway, I said, what if we make an assortment of like 20 yards of these? She's like, that's a good idea. So anyway, it's pretty, and Michelle made a beautiful insert that's like, oh, I love that.
Like, oh la la.
Yeah, oh la la, it's pretty. So thank you for joining us, and come and see us at Farmhouse Fabrics. And that's all we got for
Until
today.
next time, y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Michelle.